Livelihood comprises of abilities and skills that help an individual earn a stable living. The COVID-19 outbreak has severely affected the employment activities of many, especially citizens from marginalized communities. Looking at the future, Vishwa Yuva Kendra organized this webinar to focus on the core challenges and emerging livelihood opportunities for the underdeveloped and underprivileged.
लाइवलीहुड जनरेशन अपने आप में इतना वास्ट सब्जेक्ट है कि हम ये सोच रहे थे कि कहाँ से शुरू किया जाए, क्या क्या मुद्दों को इसमें रखा जाए, लेकिन फिर भी हमने सबसे बात करके से उदय जी ने बात करके हमने इस मुद्दे पर सोचा कि जो आज के कोविड के समय में इतनी जो माइग्रेशन हो रहा है, लोग इधर से उधर जा रहे हैं, लोगों की जो नौकरियां जा रही हैं, लोगों के जो काम छूट रहे हैं, एक तो उसकी स्थिति को हम जानें, क्या आज की स्थिति हो रही है, और फिर उसके ऊपर हम चर्चा करेंगे। इसके अलावा कैसे हम आर्ट क्राफ्ट को रिवाइव करें, इसके बारे में भी हमारे बीच में एक्सपर्ट हैं। इसके अलावा हम अपने लाइवलीहुड रियलिटी को जानें, तो रिवाइवल कैसे करें अपने एम्प्लॉयमेंट को, उसके बारे में हम जानेंगे। और इसके बाद लास्ट में गवर्नमेंट के क्या क्या स्कीम्स हैं लाइवलीहुड के लिए, इसके जनरेशन के लिए, इन 4 मुद्दों पे स्पेशली हम बात करेंगे।
विश्व में जो आर्थिक मॉडल हमने अपनाया है विकास का, और इस देश में भी बनाया है, उसमें यह प्रॉब्लम बार बार उभर कर आया है। हमने एम्प्लॉयमेंट को मेन फोकस का नहीं दिया है। एम्प्लॉयमेंट हमारा मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं रहा, हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव ग्रोथ रहा है, उसका बाय प्रोडक्ट रहा। यही कारण हुआ कि हमने ऐसे विकास के मॉडल को अपनाया जहां एम्प्लॉयमेंट की संभावनाएं कम थी। और इस तरह की त्रासदी के वक्त में जब एम्प्लॉयमेंट का सिनेरियो डिसमल हो गया, तो उसका सबसे ज्यादा असर उन लोगों पर पड़ा जो इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं। अभी जो एस्टिमेट्स आ रहे हैं देश में, भारत में, उसके हिसाब से केवल माइग्रेंट लेबर का एस्टिमेट लिया जाए तो ये 2 करोड़ से लेकर 3 करोड़ बताया जा रहा है। एग्जैक्ट क्या एस्टिमेट होगा मैं नहीं कह सकता, लेकिन बहुत जो अलग अलग विद्वानों ने 2 करोड़ से 3 करोड़ का एस्टिमेट हमारे सामने रखा है। The challenges of falling employment opportunities and to avert humanitarian tragedy caused by COVID-19. In my opinion, there are opportunities. In my opinion, there could be schemes. In my opinion, there are ways to revive the economy in such a way that employment opportunities grow for those sections of society, precisely those sections of society which have suffered the most, particularly employees working in informal sector, particularly migrant labor, particularly vulnerable sections of society. And there are ways. One such program is known to everybody. India took up the scheme of Mandega, so popular Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Scheme. It's a great scheme. It had its achievements, but it has failures as well. इसकी सफलताएं हैं तो इसकी विफलताएं भी हैं। आज वक्त आ गया है कि इसके स्कोप को बढ़ाया जाए, इसको विस्तार दिया जाए और इसमें कुशल श्रमिकों को भी शामिल करने की योजनाओं का पर विचार किया जाए। It's time now to revive those projects which Mahatma Gandhi once talked of, and I think there is hope. And for this, the government has to come in a big way to help this sector. Even today, if you visit the Khadi Umdog establishment throughout the country, you will have enough land lying vacant, enough infrastructure in a very decadal position and lying unused. We have people there dependent on it, but we have to revive them. It's a very good thing. And thirdly, I would say that we have to find jobs for those craftsmen, those skilled men, semi-skilled people who have now returned to their native states without jobs. First, let this nation decide, let the world decide what the vision of development. Development for whom? Development at whose cost? Development at the cost of employment? Shall we have a jobless growth scenario? Shall we have a situation where millions and millions and are left unemployed, and we have growth centers located in few metropolises and undertaken in big factories? Or shall we have a kind of model of development where we have growth but not at the cost of employment?
What was the main source of income in our country? It was the handicraft. It was not agriculture as we have today. It was the handloom and handicraft sector, which was the identity of our country. That is why it was called Sone ki Chidiya, not because we were producing sona, but we were creating the gold with the skills we had with us. The Malmal story of India is very, very famous all across the globe. People would come from various different parts of the world to get hold of Malmal. We conducted a small survey to figure out how many artisans are affected due to COVID. We had absolutely no clue what the numbers would be. Astonishingly, in 2 weeks' time, we got to know 2.5 लाख से ज़्यादा आर्टिजन्स का डेटा हमारे पास आया था, जिसमें के करीबन 25,000 से 30,000 आर्टिजन्स ऐसे हैं जिनको अभी बेसिक खाने पीने के लिए प्रॉब्लम हो रहा था. उससे कई ज़्यादा लोग थे, करीबन 120 करोड़ का सामान अभी आर्टिजन्स के पास पड़ा हुआ है और सारे मार्केट प्लेसेस बंद हो गए, तो उनके पास बेचने के लिए जगह नहीं थी. तो ये सारा सॉर्ट आउट करने के लिए हमने क्रिएटिव डिग्निटी करके एक प्लेटफॉर्म फाउंड किया है. एंड आई एम हैप्पी टू से दैट फर्स्ट टाइम in the history of India, all the organizations who work in rural sector, rural development, in handicrafts and handloom have come together. And unfortunately, it happened due to COVID, but that is one positive thing which I would say which has happened, जिसकी वजह से हम एक साथ कुछ इनिशिएटिव ले पा रहे हैं, एक साथ ये completely unorganized sector जो है इसके साथ कुछ काम कर पा रहे हैं. Today, Jawaja leather is one of the most famous handcrafted institutions. They are not only selling it through India, but they are selling this through the world. So these are the examples which we have to learn from. We have to work together on this initiatives and see how we can promote the handicraft. It is not that because you are working in handloom and handicraft, you have to do only that particular part. If, let's say, you are a well-educated software engineer, is there some way you can help your village by connecting the people who are making this to the market outside? Currently, the only way people are selling is online markets. So as a designer from a particular village, can you do that for your village? As a lawyer from a particular community, can you help the artisans in that particular community in terms of any lawsuits which may come up, or in terms of whatever help the organization needs? So it is not necessary to promote handloom and handicraft. You have to become an artisan and then work in that sector. But all the things which are needed with it, all the other skills which are needed with it, be it marketing, be it sales, be it design. So those are the things we have to tell the youth of today, that for all of this, you need not come back to a bigger city, compromise with the way you are living, compromise with your lifestyle, and earn something which you can do sitting at your village also.
जब कोविड की बात कर रहे हैं तो ये कल का अगर हम कल सुबह तक का कंप्लीट आरोग्य सेतु ऐप का डेटा देखें, सो हमारे पास करीब आप देखें तो 3,30,000 के लगभग कोविड के मरीज हैं जो कंफर्म्ड केसेस हैं। उसमें 70% देखें तो टॉप 5 स्टेट्स में है महाराष्ट्र, तमिलनाडु, एनसीटी, दिल्ली, गुजरात और उत्तर प्रदेश। और उसके बाद के 5 जो स्टेट हैं वो करीब नेक्स्ट 5 जो हैं वो 50,000 के करीब हैं और बाकी टॉप 5 वाले 2,30,31,000 के करीब है। यानी 70%, 70% जो लोग हैं, ये 70% लोग 5 सिटीज में अफेक्टेड हैं। बाकी करीब 15% लोग अनदर बॉटम 5% में। तो टॉप 10 सिटीज देखें तो 85% लोग, और यहाँ से ही सारा पलायन का खेल चालू हुआ है, जो लोगों को अपनी जगह पे जाने की जरूरत पड़ी है। क्यों? क्योंकि जिस जगह को उन्होंने अपने खून से पसीने से सींचा, उस जगह ने उस खून पसीने की इज्जत नहीं, उस सिटीज ने, उस प्लेसेस ने उसकी इज्जत नहीं की, और तो और वहां रहने वाले लोगों ने भी। तो अभी ये एक अलग तरह का माहौल बना है, और ये एक अलग तरह का माहौल हमें एक बहुत अलग तरीके की अपॉर्चुनिटी भी दे रहा है। हमें देखना है कि क्या हम उस अपॉर्चुनिटी को ले सकते हैं, और अगर हाँ, तो उसके लिए क्या सॉल्यूशंस हैं। जो मैनेजमेंट सॉल्यूशन की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, वो मैनेजमेंट सॉल्यूशन में हमें अलग तरह की चीजें करनी होंगी। इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर की हम बात करते हैं। इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर में कौन से लोग हैं? और मैं एक रिपोर्ट पढ़ रहा था सेवा का, और उसमें उन्होंने एक स्टडी किया और बड़े क्लियरली कुछ लोगों को डिफाइन किया है। कौन से लोग हैं? डोमेस्टिक वर्कर्स हैं, स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स हैं, होम बेस्ड वर्कर्स हैं, एग्रीकल्चर लेबरर्स हैं, बीड़ी रोलर्स हैं, आर्टिजन्स हैं, कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्कर्स हैं, फिनेंशियल बैंकिंग एजेंट्स जो हैं, जो शहरों में काम करते हैं, टिफिन सर्विस प्रोवाइड करते हैं, टेलरिंग एंड प्रोडक्शन का काम करते हैं, एनिमल हस्बेंड्री, जो फेरी और टोकरी लेके घूमते हैं, वैसे लोग हैं। Second step could be that once you have done that, ensure through government, through Aadhaar, through system, Anrega, whatever, there has to be some semblance of income getting into their hand every month. These two things, if we don't do, forget about doing larger things of organizing other kind of job. Survive करना अभी सबसे बड़ी मुश्किल है, और वो सरवाइव करना तब पॉसिबल होगा जब ये दो चीजें हमने देख ली है। तीसरी चीज है कि जितने भी लोग जहां पर भी गए हैं, यू कैन नॉट वर्क विद 20,000 people. An organization working with 1,000 people, and that organization is mapped with those 1,000 people. If that thing has happened very strongly, then those 1,000 people are linked to organization. For example, which you can work in Patna with 3,000 people. This is mapped. If you have mapped it, then you will be able to do it. If you have not mapped organization, geography, and I don't think we will be able to move forward. Once we have mapped geography and people, there would be organizations, there would be opportunities where we can help them with second level of job without upgrading their skills, or with upgrading their skill. If it is getting upgraded without upgrading the skill, if they are finding a job, if we are in a position to link them to something for survival, very good. If we are not, then your 3 to 6 months gets into a 9-month thing, because you are reskilling them and putting them into job. This is the time. This is the time to strengthen our agriculture sector, and people who have gone, I am sure, I have been talking to my partners, NGOs, and people who are working. The first thing that comes, people who have gone to UP, people who have gone to Bihar, people who have gone to Jharkhand, first thing is, I don't think they are returning back quickly.
Problem is huge, but the problem also brings some solutions or kind of opportunities for us. So what opportunities we looked at it? we have done a study. I mean, we are doing a business plan for all the aspirational districts in the country. We have around 120, 116, 17 aspirational districts. So all these districts, we are coming up with various, kind of a business plan which you could do. But going forward, few things to be looked at it. One is, uh, what is the kind of a linkage between the local and global kind of a something could be done. We cannot only look at pre, 90 era, the self sustainability what we are looking at. Somehow that model didn't work. Therefore, whatever government were there, they were forced to take such an, steps, and the subsequent governments have been continuing. So we need to look at the kind of opportunities from the pre, liberation era as well as post. Whatever is a feasible or kind of a best solutions or, kind of a learnings we have, we can integrate that. So two three things we looked at it. Large number of people, as they are saying, we want to be in the city, back in our village. So they are looking to start some kind of a micro or small enterprises. And we came up with some interesting, from the business plan we are getting to know, you know that itself is creating a lot more local opportunity, where large number of people have gone back. They are going to use various, FMCG products. Is there any possibility that those kind of opportunities could be done? And second, the agriculture, we cannot look at agriculture in the traditional manner, but can we think, for example, using a drumstick for processing and exporting certain things. So we need also the technology, we need also scientific approach, we need also, innovation in agriculture or traditional, economy or livelihood what we had, to come up with, one side creating employment and another side creating more, supply, which is the demand in the local area itself. There are two three major challenges which, we have come across and people have said. One, they all are saying we have been doing certain things, but we need to enhance our skill. So for that, as I say, the organizer, they wanted to know about the government schemes. Government, Ministry of Skill Development has a scheme called Pradhan Mantri Kausal Vikas Yojana. We should not only merely looking at it as a wage employment for that. Even for self-employment, we could use it. It's a large-scale scheme which is promoting, enhancing the skill of, youth or women or all target groups, so that either they can be self-employed or they can be wage employed. So that's one scheme is there. Another, government is also mapping all the technical skills or skills what people do have, so that we could find some kind of a local employment opportunity. So that's one for the skilling. We have huge opportunity. We could explore, almost all the state, district level. We have something called PMKK, called Pradhan Mantri Kausala Kendra. It's a state of art skill training center. The skills are, this is freely people will be able to access it. Second, we have also several online skill program which is available in NSDC's, platform. It's called eSkill India. So anybody is, interested for learning different skills, you can access. Most of skills are, trades or kind of a job roles are, free, and it's a platform. Next one is, one side you need skill, but other side you need capital. Without capital, it's difficult to start any enterprises. Most of states have already strong, actively implementing their, livelihood schemes, rural livelihood schemes that you could do. And, self-help groups have been promoted, have been given, additional resource in terms of, soft loan or, mostly soft loan. So that could be utilized to promote or to start and promote enterprises. Third thing I would say, you know, there's another scheme which called PMEGP, Prime Minister Employment Generations, Program. Under primarily, it's coming under the KBIC, Khadi Village and Industry Corporation. So in those areas, the financial assistance is also being provided to start enterprises. So these two broad schemes, I could say, one related to skill, which will enhance and build the capacity of people so that what they could do, and the other side is the finance or capital kind of a, input is being provided. So these broad two aspects are available, but it is a challenge for us and our friends from, different, voluntary organization or service providing organizations to work out how we should complement each other. So rather, fighting, working one against another type, we should work in a convergence mode. So for example, the SHG group can put some money, government can put some money, and banks can bring. So in that way, we could do it. And largely, it's young people, those who are working in cities, they have gone back. So we could create some elderly population or primarily women groups. I'm not becoming a gender biased, but women group, they could be the manufacturer and utilizing the skills, enhancing their skill, and getting the financial investment. And these young boys and girls, those who could do the marketing and become the forefront outside, so that we can create employment opportunity, and we can also generate wealth within the in the rural area itself or in the semi-urban area. And we will also be able to address some of local needs what we have, that we could do.
कि करके विधिवाद न खेद करो, करके विधिवाद न खेद करो, निज लक्ष्य निरंतर भेद करो, बनता बस उद्देश्य ही विधि है, मिलती जिससे सुख की निधि है। करके विधिवाद न खेद करो, निज लक्ष्य निरंतर भेद करो, बनता बस उद्देश्य ही विधि है, मिलती जिससे सुख की निधि है। समझो न धिक निष्क्रिय जीवन को, न रहो न निराश करो मन को, कुछ काम करो, कुछ काम करो, जग में रहकर कुछ नाम करो। बहुत बहुत आभार विश्व केंद्र के तरफ से, सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स के तरफ से, और हम आशा करेंगे कि इसी तरह आपके तरफ से प्रेम और स्नेह का बारिश होते रहे, आशीर्वाद का बारिश होते रहे। हम मिलजुल कर इस कोविड-19 को फाइट देंगे, न केवल फाइट करेंगे बल्कि एक नया भारत बनाएंगे, और ऐसा भारत होगा कि हालात बिगड़े हैं तो ये भी संभल जाएंगे, किसी को कोसने से अच्छा अपने आप ही सुलझाएंगे। जब जब मुसीबत आन पड़ी हमने बरसों से सुलझाया है, मेहनत और जज्बे से नया भारत बनाएंगे, नया भारत बनाएंगे। जय हिंद, जय भारत। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thanks for watching. For more updates, please subscribe to our official YouTube channel and follow us here.